All right, it'll take me a minute to find the link.
I'm posting the link. I got it.
Oh, you have the link. Well,
Yeah.
never mind then. Okay, we should be good to go. If you've posted the link everywhere.
Yeah, and it's we're all good.
Okay, do
Wonderful.
you have announcements?
Are we live? Oh, I think we are. Wonderful.
I think so.
Okay. In terms of announcements, I would like to give a shout out to everyone for doing a great job on the problem sets. You're doing well. Thank you for doing them. I know that Puzzle 4 was especially difficult to get through. Also, something I will say is that I know some of you have been following the trail, but as I said before, it still stands. Don't do anything with it.
All right, we will be taking questions now. If you have them, feel free to go ahead and put those in the chat, and Olivia will get them for us. In the meantime, I'd like to announce the top teams. Currently, we have in 5th place, Timothy. Both of these are tied for 3rd. We have Untitled Hijinks featuring Sushi and SEAL Team 69. In 2nd place is Team Blastoff. And in 1st place is the Cat Scratch Fevers.
Yeah, very good work to you all. Yeah, good stuff this week.
Okay, do we have questions yet?
No, there are only 10 people watching right now.
All right.
But in this case,
Should we wait a sec to see if more people come in to go over the problem set?
Sure. Do you want to do like a check-in question or something? That's what the young people call them these days.
okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm watching the view count right now to see when things are getting up to a higher number.
Okay.
Um,
Amos, do you have a check-in question?
Okay, let's see. If you had to replace your nose with something within arm's reach, what would you replace your nose with? For me, that would probably be my water bottle, but then it would be like a facial camelback. I'd be like a camel.
That's a brilliant invention you got there. A wonderful idea. I'll go next. I would replace my nose with my mouse for my computer, so I could use my computer by touching my nose, because that just seems like a real fun, good time. Yeah. Although don't touch your face right now, because that's bad, kids.
I'm going to pass. I will not answer this question.
yeah, Amos, can you think of a question that is a little bit less like you asked a body part related question last time, and I would prefer something on the more fun side. Like, what was your favorite thing? What was your highlight of your week?
That's a Wookiee question. That's like you're talking to your grandmother at Thanksgiving. Highlight
Should
of
we
my
move
week.
on?
We can move on. We're at 14 for the view count.
All right, well, people will be here if they decide to.
Plus it's recorded.
Well, they can watch stuff on the recording.
Okay.
I think we should just start perhaps talking about the puzzles. We can maybe start with the ones that that people found the easiest, and then we can work our way up to the harder ones. So folks
just-
have time to kind of filter in by the time we're discussing some of the more challenging material.
All right.
We could honestly just start from the top because a lot of teams got the first one.
Yeah, wonderful. Why don't you do that?
So the first one, the snake problem or whatever, was relatively straightforward once you kind of knew the trick. It was just you converting left and right into binary, where left was a 1, right was a 0, and that really was all it was. So you started at the black part of the line or whatever, snake, and that's pretty much what it was. Anybody else want to take the next one? Do we know what the next easiest one was after that? Top of our heads.
We can do we can just go in order.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that mine on there next with the
Yeah.
artist in Paris? Yeah, wonderful. All right. Well, it was not a super hard puzzle. It was one of these they call them identify, search, index, and solve. And that means you had to identify that it was each of the lines was referring to a Van Gogh painting. And then if you search for the paintings, you would get the titles of all the proper paintings. There were some from, for example, Outskirts was one. There was a view from an observation terrace, and some very nice classic paintings. And if you sorted them by the date that they were painted, and then you took the first letter, you got botanic, and that has to do with plants. And Van Gogh painted a lot of paintings with plants. But this is a very standard puzzle technique that's used in a lot of puzzle hunts and puzzle competitions. So I figured it was good for people to have been exposed to it here, just for your further puzzle solving careers. These are very good puzzles to make note of. And I'll just say that one thing I think a lot of people missed from this is they just got the first letters and they anagrammed it and didn't realize that if you actually sorted the paintings into the right order, you didn't have to do any anagram solving. And that's something that you should look out for with these puzzles, just in general. Yeah, but that's all that is for that puzzle.
Okay, so I volunteered to talk about puzzle 3. So puzzle 3 was the music map puzzle, and the way that works is you get a YouTube link and you have a diagram that has like a weird squiggles and timestamps. And the squiggles kind of show you the shape of the music, but not really. It's not super precise. The real way to figure it out is by listening to the song a bunch of times and looking at the timestamps. And in the circled parts of the first page and the second page, that's the first song. And you need to find the words for those circled parts, or kind of the words, and then you make a guess and check, plug into YouTube to get the Wikipedia article. And the event, you should get something like molasses. The answer is molasses for the first part of the puzzle. And then if you type in molasses song to YouTube, you can look at the timestamp on the second 2 pages to see that the end matches up with this video called Molasses Molasses. Molasses, it's icky sticky goo. And then you follow the circled parts on this puzzle to get Jack Kent, which there are several Jack Kents, but it doesn't matter which Jack Kent you used. And then that should be the answer as the Wikipedia article.
All right, I can talk about puzzle number 4. This was the Perkins knitting pattern. So as many of you figured out, it indicates that it would be the Perkins indicates it will be in Braille. And the thing about knitting patterns is that a knit stitch puts it in the back of the fabric and a purl puts in the front in relation to what row you're on. It's important to note that when you go to the next row, it will start from the opposite direction. And it's also important to note that row by row, whether a knit or a purl is in the front or back will switch because you've turned the fabric around in order to knit the next row. So while in the first one, a knit stitch might be in the back. In the second one, a knit stitch will be in the back of that row, which is the front of the original one. If there are more questions about that, please let me know.
Very, very tricky. All right, is it my turn again? I think so. So I hope everyone had been very adequately prepared for some good cryptic crossword solving. I'm rather proud of the construction of this puzzle, and hope it went well for a lot of people. I'm gonna, I guess, well, first of all, the answer to the clue overall, or the puzzle overall, was encrypted message. And I think people were a little surprised by that, but what you should have noticed was that the final clue was also a cryptic clue. So in that case, found scrambled in the shaded letters was your anagram kind of indicator, and a encrypted message is actually a synonym for a coded phrase. So the final part of this puzzle is actually also following the rules of, cryptic crosswords as has been established.
We warned you.
We see you.
Do not underestimate the Crypto Collegium.
This is just the beginning.
Try to steal our secrets, we'll uncover yours.
Do you want to know who your professors really are?
We've done a little digging.
We see you.
Oberlin outsourced a little further than Kenyon.
Try the federal government.
Benjamin Lang.
You're a terrible actor, and your bumbling old man impression isn't fooling anyone.
Why don't you show the rest of your colleagues your true colors?
Amos Kirstenovich Bronstein.
You're a living joke. You've built your whole identity around communism.
And yet you're working with the government you claim to hate?
Julian Rhodes.
How can you teach others to solve our puzzles when you can't even solve them yourself?
You made so many attempts to join the Crypto Collegium and all of them failed. And don't think we've forgotten about you.
Olivia Worley.
How long until your supervisor finds out that your first big field project is absolutely failing?
You're never gonna work for the White House.
We see you. We see.
And soon, your students, who don't even understand the septenary number system, will too.
Believe me, we've found way more information on you.
Solve the riddle.
Find the truth.
Follow the trail.
We see you. We see you. We see you. We see you. We see you.